Welcome to the Mayor Show. Very special guest today with us to talk a lot about things in the county. Law and order, our Chief Law and Order Officer here in Bucks County, Matt Weintraub. Good to have you, Matt. Again, welcome. And I know you spent some time in Bensalem doing a lot of work, and I always call it putting the bad guys away. But anyway, Matt, welcome to our show. This is your show. We're going to talk about several things, and anything you want to bring up, just bring up. But one of the first things I like to talk about, something I think is very, very important that you spearheaded, is this new strike force. I understand there's 6 new people going to be brought on. So why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, as you know, Mayor, we are engaged in a war of our lifetime right now. We're battling this heroin and drug epidemic, and we've thrown just every resource and every idea that we could think of at this thing, and unfortunately the numbers, the fatalities keep growing. The numbers of incidents keep growing. So we decided that the best way to attack it is to be on offense, not to just be on defense. Prevention and treatment, education are all great.
I just want to interrupt. You've always been on the offense.
Absolutely.
But you have to have people to do it.
Yes.
And to get the job done, hopefully this does. But continue, I'm sorry. But
I
know you were always proactive. This is trying to push the ball along.
Well, this is unprecedented. So I had to go to the county and explain the scope of the problem. Everybody realizes it, but we needed to take some additional action, as you put it. So I was able to get the county to agree, based on my recommendation and my vote, of course, to give me 6 new county detectives who are going to be a dedicated drug strike force. I've served on task forces, I've served on panels, but talk is cheap.
Yeah. You know me with that stuff.
Yes.
I want you to, we need all the support. You know, our police department, which you don't have to say it, but we have the best in Bucks.
Excellent.
No question about it. And we have to support that. We have to support it. It just doesn't come by accident. It comes by support, the money that we invest in there to get the job done. And you know, it starts here in the lower county, as bad as it gets in the lower part of the county. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it starts here. We have Philly, we have Trenton, we have New York, Route 1, Turnpike, 95. So we're dedicated also to, as you know, because you work with our police.
Yeah, Bensalem is always on the cutting edge, very progressive, does a lot of your police force. I love working with your police force. Great cooperation, and very aggressive and progressive, 2 things that I love. And I believe that this strike force, which will be countywide, will certainly have an impact in working with your law enforcement that are already on the ground. It is not my goal to just get the person that shares drugs with another drug user. It is not my goal to get the person selling on the street corner. It is my goal to take down whole narco-trafficking organizations.
Oh my gosh.
I want to cut the heads off of these snakes.
You couldn't say it better, Matt. Honestly, we see it firsthand. I mean, it wrenches your heart. We get the calls, we hear about it. People you know. It's a tough situation. And as you said, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to take a real war to get these guys and these gals that are causing all around. In my eyes, I know I don't get too much support, but I think if a dealer gives drugs out and a person dies, in my head, I want to try him for murder, in my head, because I think it's no different than any other way you're killing people.
I heard a very interesting statistic. It was brought to me from out of the county that Bucks County actually arrests more people for drug delivery resulting in death than just about any other county in the state. So we are being aggressive with our investigations and our prosecutions, but clearly we have to do more. And that's the whole aspect of this drug strike force that I am really excited to watch them get started and watch them work and give us results.
Well, if congratulations are in order, you have it from me, because I know it takes money, it takes manpower. They out there, they just get all the people. It's so simple to get people to use drugs and get them in a network, sell drugs. That's the easy part. This is the hard part.
This is the hard part.
Yeah. So that'll start soon?
Yeah, I'm hoping to be up and running in July.
Oh, wow.
For obvious reasons, I want to keep a lot of it under wraps because
Sure. Of course.
it's great for our people who already have a built-in network to continue to use that network, and secrecy is important.
Yeah. Well, I know our department looks forward to working with you as always. So what else do we have? What else do we want to talk about today?
Another thing that I'd like to talk about, Mayor, is a gun safety program that we implemented very recently. Unfortunately, it's born out of a tragic case. We had a military, a guy that was honorably discharged from the military, a young father, 26-year-old, and he was a gun carrier. He had a permit to carry, nothing wrong with that, had guns in the home, and he accidentally left his gun loaded on a nightstand.
That child.
His little 2-year-old got a hold of it and shot and killed himself.
I saw that.
Terrible tragedy. And I go to these fatality review meetings whenever a little kid like that gets killed. And we said this was 100% preventable. All he needed, this law-abiding, otherwise law-abiding citizen needed a $3.50 gun lock on his gun. And little Benjamin never would have been able to take his own life. So we decided to start a program.
Okay, and I see you got something there. You want to hold that up?
Yes, I would love that.
And I talk about it. I see an owl on there. So,
Okay.
We're related to that. Our Bensalem
Owls.
Or Bensalem
That's right.
Owls.
That's right. Being a William Tennant grad, the Bensalem Owls used to kick our butts on occasion on the athletic fields of battle.
I'm sure it went the other way too.
Yeah, we gave as good as we got. That's for sure. So this is a poster that we have for public display and distribution, and obviously it's designed to appeal to kids because we want children to get the message that if you see a gun that's unlocked, you should run and tell your parents, don't touch it. And in conjunction with these posters, we've now distributed with our foundational partners almost 1,500 gun locks with these
Since this happened?
bookmarks.
1,500?
Yeah, pretty recently.
Wow.
And we're distributing them at such a rapid rate. The police are partnering. Bensalem Police is partnering with us. They have these gun locks. They've actually given us some gun locks to make sure we could distribute them where
Yeah.
needed. But the sheriff has agreed to be a foundational partner. Anybody that goes to apply for a permit to carry is now offered a gun lock. And they're giving
That's
out
smart. Yeah.
about 40 a day there. We've also partnered with the Rob Foundation, which is a private foundation. They've given us some funding. We've partnered with ServPro. They're going to give us funding for 5,000 more of these gun locks.
If they want one, how do they get it?
You can come right here to
Yeah, well, I know
Bensalem
we
PD
have,
and get
yeah.
one. You can go to just about any police agency, the sheriff's office. Children and Youth is another one of our
Okay.
foundational partners. If they visit your home and they find out you have guns, they're going to offer you these gun locks as well. And for one of we're offering them for free. For one of a free gun lock, you may save a life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So remember that. They're all over every police force. You can get them. And I know, obviously, your office, if somebody contacts you. And Children and Youth, which is a good one. I know a lot of people there. And right here in Bensalem.
Right
Just
here.
come in and ask for one.
Yeah.
And we'll get it for you. All right, what else we got?
Well, hand in hand with the strike force, which is going to be acting not only on police cooperation, but on the public's cooperation, we started a pretty new program called Push Out the Pusher. It's new to Bucks County.
I've read about it, yes.
And I am proud to say that this has really taken root. People are very excited to participate, and I think it's because of the signage. I brought a lot of visual aids here. This encourages people to put these on their lawns. Whoop, here we go. And if you put it on your lawn, people can call the number on here and make a tip, leave a tip.
That'll be on our screen. He'll certainly have it out on the end.
Okay,
with all
great.
the information. And that's fairly new, right?
Fairly new, yeah. We adopted this idea from Cambria County.
I knew somewhere else had it. Okay,
Yes,
Cambria
yes,
County.
pretty successful out there. We vetted it, of course. It was Representative Galloway actually approached me with the idea, and I said, listen, I'm all for it. We need the public's engagement. in this battle that we're fighting, because the public are our eyes and ears. There's only
Yeah.
700 police officers in all of Bucks County, and there's 625,000 people. We can't do it by ourselves. We need the public's help.
And something we promote here forever since I've been here, we didn't put signs up. Something we've always promoted is the public, if you see something strange going on in homes with people going in and out, businesses, if you see that, let us know. We investigate that. But the awareness probably is going to bring it more that people see it. And there's actually an award I saw on there.
Oh yeah,
Reward,
yes there
not
is
an
a
award.
reward.
A reward.
It's called. You can get up to $5,000 if you make a tip, and the tip leads to an arrest and a conviction. You can also make your tip anonymously, and if you want a sign, you can go to buckscrimestoppers.org to get a sign. And here's the advantage, Mayor. I think that people have a tendency to believe that they're isolated and alone, and that they're powerless to stop the drug dealing that's going on. But the more signs that pop up on our neighbors' lawns or lawns of businesses we frequent, we're going to feel empowered and know that we're not alone. And that's the beauty of Push Out the Pusher. It's the neighborhoods taking back their turf, so to speak, and letting these people see that they're not going to tolerate it anymore.
And they shouldn't. I'm telling you, enough is enough. I mean,
Enough
it's
is
just,
enough.
and you know, we talk about that part of it, the pusher of the illegal drugs, but how about the opioids and the things that's going on with these pharmaceuticals and docs giving out these prescriptions, but you know, you get 30 pills, some 60 I hear. You know, what do you think on this one?
I think we're overprescribed. I just read a great article today, though, that Independence Blue Cross, one of our biggest insurers, certainly in this area, is going to limit insurance, limit doctors to prescribing only 5 pills.
There you go.
Unless you're suffering from cancer or you're in hospice. And I think that's really the way to go. This is like trying to steer an aircraft carrier, Mayor. It took us 20 years to get into this mess.
Yeah.
It's going to take us a while,
Yeah.
but we got to start right here, right now.
Well, let's do it. 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 I mean, you got these young people. You know, we do the DARE program here. Go to every one of them. They're 5th graders, right? Okay, you're getting them at the 5th grade. By the time they get into high school, you know, I mean, some of us, when we were in school, didn't know what we learned in our history lessons. So more has to be done is what I'm trying to say. We have to do all we can. I had an experience a couple of years ago. I didn't know what I had. I was watching Monday Night Football, and I got all this pain in my back. I finally woke up. My wife said, "You got to take me to the hospital." It's 1 o'clock in the morning, right? I go up there, found out it was a kidney stone, okay? So luckily, I passed the kidney stone, okay? The doc comes in and gives me prescribed 30 pills of Oxycontin. And I said, I'm great. I passed it through this, you know, everything's good. Well, in case you get some, you know, comes back and you have to get to the hospital. Well, okay, it takes me, I got here with pain, you know, give me a pill in case you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of the problems.
It is. It is.
Let's cut it back. Like, I didn't see that, Blue Cross, 5 pills, okay. That's,
Yeah, it was in the paper today, the
Yeah.
local paper today.
And you see it, I mean, what do they get? They steal these pills. I hear they get $50 a piece for a pill or something.
Yes, and they're very easy to divert. Actually, your director of public safety, Fred Herring, gave us a great idea that we adopted countywide, where we send letters to the doctors.
Yeah.
We're doing that affirmatively now. If an arrest is made or an incident occurs where a person is overdosing and there's a pill bottle, or they commit a crime and there's a pill bottle, or they're trying to report their pills or have been stolen, we will then write a letter to the doctor letting them know of the incident.
Yeah. Being proactive, again, Director Fred Herring, we had a thing at our country club. We threw a lunch and invited all the docs to come and explain to them, and not just the docs, but druggists, you know, that have their own place, or some of the bigger. We invited them to tell them this, you know, this is the problem here. We have to monitor this better. But anyway, I think I'm glad to hear about Blue Cross. That's serious stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing. Well, you have the last word.
All right.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yes. People always ask me, what can I do? And we've talked about a couple of things they can do, but along the lines, there's something that we here in Bucks County do better than anyone else, and that has to do with getting rid of their old, expired, or unused prescription medications. We're talking about the pills and getting 30 pills and only needing one. What happens to the other 29? Well, when the people walk through your house, if it's your loved ones or a worker or a neighbor, or it could be a criminal, they're looking for those pills. Get them out of your house, and we are telling you that you can drop them right in the drop box. There's one right here in Bensalem Township.
Right in the lobby.
34 lobbies and 34 police headquarters across the county. And to this date, because we as Bucks Countyans really get that message and we discard our old pills, which we then incinerate, we've collected between 90 and 100,000 pounds of unused expired medication.
Is that unbelievable? That's unbelievable.
And we are number one in the state.
Tons.
Number
We're
one in the
talking
state.
tons here.
Tons and
2,000
tons.
pounds is a ton.
Yeah, you got it, Mayor. You got it.
So think about that, overprescribed,
Yeah.
to say the least. Matt, if, whatever, your office, somebody wants to get in touch, they can certainly call up at your office.
Oh, you name it. You name it. I'll give you the number. It's
That'd be on the screen at the end.
215-348-6344 is our general number. We're public servants. We're here to help.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank
I
you,
know
Mayor.
you came in at a rough time when he retired, and Dave retired, and you stepped in, and it's not easy.
I'm learning on the job.
Yeah, well, we're here to help. I mean, you know that. I mean, you got a tough job. I thank you so much.
Thank you for having me,
Thank you
Mayor.
for what you're doing. We'll do some more shit. This is important stuff. We have to hear this. And that, I think, empowers the public also. When they
does.
can hear people like you talking about the things you're doing, that's empowerment. So thanks again. Till next time, everybody, God bless.